Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate you for surviving the December 15th, 2019 through January 15th, 2020 period that I've been talking about all last year. That started right before the Christmas eclipse, went through the January eclipse, and then we had the 12th Pluto-Saturn conjunction. And I regret to inform you, with Jupiter saddling up to Saturn over the next 9 months, it's only going to get earthquake year and more volcano year. Pretty much my warning kicked off on December 18th with a New Zealand volcano eruption that ended up killing 20 people. And it is coming to a close with the major tall volcano eruption in the Philippines, which has been erupting for almost 4 days now. It's looking bad, with things worse to come. So we had a bookend of a major volcano eruption started, and then a major volcano eruption pretty much ended on the day of the conjunction. So if you're looking for signs of what the major themes might be for 2020, earthquakes, volcanoes, and the economy are what I'm going with. And I'm still sticking with both political parties are using the Kabuki Theater shit show impeachment, which will go nowhere, as a tool to distract the public, because no government on the earth has a plan for the people. Isn't it weird that the volcano is within a lake and you have all these cities and towns all around it? It is a pretty bad scene. And then on top of that, we had Australia catch on fire, and the New Zealand volcano erupted here, and no one is even inferring that the magma and the heat is helping increase the fire chances. And it was last year that I warned we would see possibly a New Zealand or an Australia volcano eruption, because Australia was having problems where the ground was heating up to like 200, 300 degrees in certain parts. And I was like, oh yeah, dude, the volcanoes are definitely kicking around there. And then that doesn't even count the over 2,000 earthquake eruptions we've had in Puerto Rico that continue with major 4s, major 5s. California's heating up. We had a major 5.5 in Mexico in the last 12 hours. You've had a volcano eruption in Alaska during the same time period. So much has happened in this last month. And during that time, I put out 90 videos and didn't get a whole lot of sleep. And as your planetary defense commander, how I make my money is that I rely on your contributions and donations to survive. And so I raised $21 yesterday. Thank you, Caleb, Sean, and Leanne. You guys are amazing. Technically, I still got about $79 to go to pay for my editing program and then food and stuff. I got a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, and I give my all, and I leave it all in the field. And I'm out of toilet paper and paper towels. So any help you guys can give for being the best planetary defense commander ever and leading us through this period, now the total collapse of civilization, would be greatly appreciated. And I've never needed a contribution more than I do now. I'm cleaning out the back of my cabinet because I'm that broke. And last night for dinner I had corn and peas. Put a bunch of butter in there. But I was like, this is gross. Okay, I just wanted to say, last night it was foggy, bro. It was foggy everywhere. And everybody was like, dude, it is so foggy. It's all foggy along the coast. It's foggy up in the States. It was foggy up by the Great Lakes. And so I'm like, man, this feels like Lost Boys. And this is just weird. And, you know, none of the Democratic debates, you never heard anybody like ask questions about, hey, how do you feel about volcanoes? How do you feel about the 2000 earthquakes in Puerto Rico? Man, that's why, like, 7 years at THORnews trying to tell you people, like, our political system is like puppets for corporations, and corporations, I'm pretty sure, intend to make as much money off us as possible as shit kind of slides downhill. And so with everything going on, nobody is really mentioning or talking about volcanoes or the fact with all the gas giants on the same side. We're definitely going to be getting more volcano and earthquake action. And we have a 95% chance, in my opinion, of a volcano eruption in California or in the lower 48 this year. But in good news, Jupiter should be visible in the sky starting on the 22nd. And so good luck should hopefully be returning. And I'm not saying 2020 is going to be crazy, but I think it will kind of calm down from what the last month has been. Although it's still going to be wild, and I imagine there are still going to be some things that knock down the old system that we've been on for 134 years. And so, yeah, the weather is going to continue to be wacky. We've been watching a lot of rain over the southeast, and that doesn't look to stop anytime soon. Mississippi has a dam that is in big trouble, and it will continue to get rain. We have wave after wave after wave of storms coming into the West Pacific. And they've been getting some heavy snow, because what it is like this side is super freezy, and then this side is super hot. But we do get a pretty decent shot of cold and winter coming this week, so that's exciting. But we have our next big storm, and then we got a storm after that, which I'm watching because it's doing some low stuff, and then a couple times it'll come up and punch New York. But I think our atmospheric defense team is doing a good job of blasting the lows, so we aren't getting hit with any of the super hard lows, at least over the water, or I guess over land. So that is good. But yeah, dude, it's still going to continue. And this is kind of like half winter, half spring. And so if we go into spring in a couple months with it kind of already acting like spring, we're going to have some nasty, we're going to have some of the worst flooding problems this spring than we've ever had. And now we're going to take a look at the models because I aim to please. Boom. And that one would be for the 30th. All right, we're going to start back over at the 1, January 16th. We get our major storm cutting across the United States, combining with the Pac Northwest moisture. And that should do a bit of damage, but wouldn't be as bad as the last one we just had, at least with wind. And then we get our next one soon after. And look how it drags all that moisture along the southeast. And then the low goes straight out. And then on the 30th, it has kind of that system that continues showing us a system that turns kind of hurricane-ish and then punches New York. And so the frequency of these storms is at least gone down a little. That's good because it takes a while for the atmosphere to adjust after the eclipse period. Although the West Coast is going to keep getting it. I know Washington's having problems in some areas. And so, but if you notice here, this storm doesn't punch New York. It just heads straight east, which is good. But the storm after it, look at that. If that verifies, but this is 300 hours out, so a lot's going to change. Our atmospheric defense team is going to have time to play with it. And then this still shows the habit of it punching up. But look, this is how, once again, you get the low here and then the separated moisture here. As long as it doesn't stay here, the storm shouldn't get that super bad. But it would still be like a Category 2 hurricane straight. So we got a lot we're watching. And I wouldn't be surprised if hurricane season started early this year. Although I'm not that worried about hurricane season yet because it appears we have things under control. Though we're going to need one more year to verify, really. But I would definitely think we would see hurricane or tropical storm Arthur ahead of the actual official start of the hurricane season. And this would qualify here if it verifies, whatever this is. I'm not really worried because, like I said, they blast him with some type of ray gun. But Europe, you guys are under the gun. You are the ones getting hit the most in this wave after wave after wave pattern. You guys have been getting hit with some tropical storm, hurricane, doohickeys, and it looks like that trend will continue. But look at the double, I want the storm pattern we're seeing here. It's almost like a double note. I forget what it's called. But look at it. It's like one giant storm connected to another giant storm, like the two eyes and the big mouth. This is kind of the new pattern that we are seeing emerge, and it keeps repeating it. And it's just weird, dude. It's just weird. And so, I don't know, 2020 is definitely going to be a wild ride. But I'm really proud that everybody made it through. What a weird month run, you know? The energy was intense. It's been intense the whole time. Yeah, take all the fog as a volcano sign, bro. Totally do. Totally do. All right, I'm already at the 10-minute mark. And so, due to the fact that I don't have toilet paper. And I need to get my editing program up. And I promise you guys that, like, I know with everything that's gone on and all the wackiness, I haven't been doing all the edited videos as much as I used to. Much at all. I think I did 2 or 3 in the last month. I promise you that I will get back on the horse and I will start making some of the baddest ass edited videos ever. And see all these things? These are all, a lot of them are partial videos that I've been working on forever. I got like 30 that are almost done. Look at all those. Those are all timelines of video edits and stuff. So, okay. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to call this one part 1. And then with all the Twitter stuff, I got a bunch for the last day, that just all the news from everybody else. I'm going to put that in part 2. And so I busted my ass. I thought I did an A++ job on the last month, by the way. So if you appreciate it, I would appreciate any type of contributions, donations. Mail is the safest, but damn, I'm so broke. Toilet paper, man. PayPal, I can use that. Even if my thing goes through and I go negative, I can PayPal. I can go buy toilet paper. Venmo, I don't have. Okay, CashApp, Patron. But thank you, Caleb, Sean, Leanne, and everybody who's contributed. You know, at the end of the day, as weird as this job is, you know what I love? I love making videos. I love being able to tell the truth with a sense of humor and being inspiring and optimistic at times. So, you know, technically I'm doing exactly what I love, and I love that. So thank you. And I love you guys, and I'll be back for part 2. And stay cool. But yeah, 2020 is going to be wild, man. This video I've been working on for 4 months now, where Ray Dalio, the head of one of the largest hedge funds, is saying we're going to have a new order across the world a lot sooner than most people think. But don't let that scare you, because fear is so 1999 to 2019. I'm so sick of fear, man. Okay, everybody stay cool. You're the best. Talk to you soon.